Dana White and the UFC officially announced the main and co-main events for UFC 316.
What's up, everybody? Saturday, June 7th, UFC 316 is coming to the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey.
Fans were eager to see what the UFC had in store, but as it turned out, it wasn't exactly the announcement everyone was hoping for.
In the main event, the champion, Merab Dvalishvili, faces the former champ, Sean O'Malley.
Some fans aren't thrilled about the idea of O'Malley getting an immediate rematch after losing his title defense to Merab. Sean O'Malley himself seems unbothered by the criticisms. On his YouTube channel, he reacted to the rematch announcement, expressing confidence in his skills. He explained that his previous fight was marred by injuries, including a torn groin and labrum, but assured fans that this time around, he's feeling better than ever.
I was reading through all my old entries from, a couple years ago, and then just from last fight camp. Last fight camp, dude, every single journal entry was like my groin kept me up at night because I tore my labrum 10 weeks before the fight, which is what we're at from the fight right now. I tore my groin, my labrum, and I was having serious groin pain. It was just it wasn't ideal. I was able to train, was able to tough through it, but obviously it's not ideal going to a fight, especially against a fucking murderer. Well, not necessarily a murderer, but a stud like Merab, an absolute just machine. His nickname is the Machine for a reason. But all my journal entries were, every single day I was just like updating on my groin. My groin feels decent today, blah, blah, blah. My groin hurts real bad today. And I was like thinking about how good I feel right now. I was like, oh, I don't want to jinx it. But dude, if I can just keep this pace up, how we've been able to train these last few weeks, all the way up into the fight, I'm going to feel...
On a different note, Dana White also revealed some huge news for UFC fans.
What's up, everybody? UFC and Meta just signed a massive long-term partnership. Meta will now become UFC's first ever official fan technology partner. This is great news for UFC fans. Why? Because this means that Meta will use all of their badass apps and technology like Instagram, Facebook, Threads, WhatsApp, and Meta AI to create amazing content and experiences for UFC fans. We've already started to work with Meta to create a new fighter ranking system that will debut later this year, thank God. We'll also be using Meta's AI-powered glasses to capture UFC content, and we're gonna do things with Meta that will blow UFC fans away. The next few years will be an absolute game changer for fans of this sport. Stay tuned, everybody.
Justin Gaethje vs. Islam Makhachev should be next. Should this be the next battle to crown a new contender, or even a new champion? Gaethje's explosive striking versus Makhachev's suffocating grappling. Gaethje thrives in chaos, while Makhachev thrives in controlling the pace and dictating the fight. The real question is, can Gaethje keep it standing long enough to land his knockout blows? Or will Makhachev be able to drag him into deep waters and work his grappling? Dana White also mentioned, it's always about giving the fans what they want. And if the fans want Gaethje versus Makhachev, then that's exactly what we're going to try to deliver. Would Gaethje's relentless striking prove too much for Makhachev's grappling? Or will Makhachev showcase his technical mastery once again and shut down the highlights' explosive attacks? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Paul Felder reacts to Joe Pyfer's controversial video. Paul Felder was not happy when he saw Joe Pyfer's controversial video posted on Instagram, especially after Pyfer was forced to withdraw from his fight against Kelvin Gastelum at UFC Mexico due to illness. In the video, Pyfer made disparaging remarks about Mexico, calling it a shit and vowed never to return.
But for now, it still stings that I didn't get to fight, but the last thing I will address is, I don't care if it's offensive to you. I will never go back to that country. I did everything right. I slept in a tent. I did all this work to still get sick. Some people are saying it wasn't the food, saying I got altitude sickness. I'm not a fucking geographic elevation scientist, but I was told as long as I acclimated, which I did for 2 months, slept in a tent and on the fucking floor, I did everything that I could to prepare. And if that's what altitude and elevation is, fuck that country. I will never fight there again. Shithole, not going back. Don't care if that's offensive to you. You're not the one fighting. Suck my balls, literally.
Felder acknowledged that Pyfer's frustration was understandable but made it clear that the way Pyfer chose to handle it was wrong.
Listen, I was not happy when I saw this, and I'll talk to Joe when I see him in the gym. I don't think this is the way that you should handle it. I even texted Sean this morning, and I went, wow, geez, Joey's not trying to get any more fans. And he's like, oh, my God, I won't say, we're just both kind of like, hey, this isn't the way to handle that. I know he's very upset about not being able to fight, and as he should be pissed off. But what do you gain? It doesn't change the outcome. It doesn't bring anything back. When you're a professional fighter, things are going to happen. You're going to have to fight overseas. We are not an American company alone anymore. We are an international enterprise with the UFC. We are going everywhere and anywhere where it is possible. You know that. And sometimes you get sick and sometimes it sucks. But that could happen in Vegas, Michael. Do you know what I mean? Like, that could happen anywhere that you're going to go out and you eat. It just sucks that you just happen to be the guy that got sick. And I feel for him, but saying suck my balls and all that kind of stuff, it just is a bad look, unfortunately.
He's pissed off. He's angry.
Henry Cejudo's eye injury. Cejudo's career took an unexpected turn when he suffered a serious eye injury that would ultimately sideline him from competition. Detached retinas can be debilitating and require immediate surgery to prevent permanent damage. For a fighter like Cejudo, whose career revolves around elite physical performance, the injury was a serious setback. I actually went to Sean O'Malley's doctor. One of them, he said my eye would be good in a month, but then every time I watch TV or I'm looking down, I still see double. It just can't end like this, and I'm grateful. I love Dana, and this isn't a shot at the UFC. They helped me and my family, but my health is most important to me. Robert Whittaker says Kamaru Usman is in a tough spot. Kamaru, the Nigerian nightmare Usman, once regarded as one of the most dominant champions in UFC history, has faced a series of struggles that have tested both his physical and mental resilience in recent years. Usman's journey from near-perfect dominance to encountering adversity has been a roller coaster, and the future of his career now hangs in a delicate balance.
Crazy.
I just feel like the clock's ticking, man. It's ticking. I don't think he can sit out and there was rumors of injury all the way back, like when he was a champion, when he lost the title, when he tried to get the title back with Leon.
Yeah.
That he wasn't moving the same way that got him to the title.
There's been a lot of talk about his knees and everything. I don't know whether that's just rumors and gossip that he has to were you the one that said podcasts ago that he has to walk downstairs backwards?
I heard that. Rumors are bullshit though, right? Rumors are bullshit though. But he hasn't fought for a long time and he's getting on in age.
It's such a stupid rumor.
There's not, and like the guys that he's potentially going to fight are young, hungry dogs. Like Sean Brady's hungrier than ever now.
Yeah, man.
It's.
I wouldn't want to be the person.
What about
in Sean
Buckley?
Brady's way.
Like Buckley fight, young.
Good point.
Jamahal Hill injury. Suffered an unfortunate injury during training. The match against Khalil Rountree was cancelled.
So, I just got off the phone with the UFC, and it appears that Jamahal Hill is injured.
Chael Sonnen. John Jones 50 Cent, the photo that sparked controversy and curiosity. The image captured the three high-profile figures sharing a moment together.
50 Cent asked John Jones for a picture. I was standing there. John included me. John recognized the social awkwardness. He goes, oh, Chael, get over. So I jump in there. I know I don't belong. 50 did not ask me for my picture. 50 puts it out on social media and said, I was happy to meet Jones. This other guy photobombed my picture.
Shut up, Chael.
I was so embarrassed. Well, because it's the truth that hurts. That's exactly what happened. I knew he didn't ask me to be there. And I'm just hanging out. Then they're kind of like leaning their heads together and I'm out and I'm trying to the whole thing was awkward, man. The whole thing was awful.
Darren Till versus Mike Perry, a fight that was never meant to be. The drama between Till and Perry reached a boiling point through their social media exchanges.
I still can't believe that we didn't get the Till fight. And I thought you were going to say Till because he was supposed to be on that card that fell through and he's had his boxing match. How do we go through life with this fight not happening? It's like, it's right there. You're both out of
it makes me crazy that Till said no to $2 million in bare knuckle, and then he fights Anthony Taylor and boxing for what do you get for that? Like $300K?
I don't know.
Darren answered that. I never said no, my friend. I said let's do one boxing fight and let's do one bare knuckle fight. You and your manager never came back to me and my management, so it's on you. If you want to fight, I am here. You are more interested in being a promoter right now, whereas I am training every day, no distractions, and struggling to get opponents. KSI doesn't answer the phone. Tommy Fury doesn't answer the phone. Jake Paul, same thing. So if you really want the fight that is destined to happen, get your manager to contact Misfits and we can make this happen as a co-promotion. Sound fair? Perry respond to this. Let's make it happen this time. And Darren responds to that. I am ready, always have been. Jessica I signs with BKFC, a new chapter in her combat sports career. Former UFC fighter Jessica I has officially made the move to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, BKFC. You know what? Maybe these people will treat me the way I wasn't treated in my UFC career, offering me the support and rewards I always missed, especially when it comes to the financial side. Conor McGregor also spoke out. She is in phenomenal physical condition. The best I've ever seen her, and I have shared many a card with her over the years. Look at her big bare fists and magnificent musculature. We are very happy to have Evil Eye at BKFC. We have high hopes for her and she will be well looked after. Dana White faces backlash, controversies and criticisms of UFC president. Dana White is once again the target of fans. And the reason for this is that people are not happy that Sean O'Malley will get a rematch because they say he didn't deserve it. The comments on the Instagram post also confirm this. UFC wants Sean to be champ so bad. A fight no one wants. You're a joke, Dana. Bruh, this is not what we want. Absolutely no one cares. That wraps up today's UFC update. Before you go, don't forget to drop a comment below for a chance to be featured in our next update. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest news and updates from the UFC world. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.